Hi soothing souls, hope you're all doing really well. Welcome to video number 2 of the jokes series. So let's get started. This one is animal puns. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Why don't oysters donate to charity? Because they are shellfish. What do you call a fish who practices medicine? A sturgeon. Why are frogs so happy? Because they eat whatever bugs them. What do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Why was the cat sitting on the computer? It wanted to keep an eye on the mouse. How do cows stay up to date? They read the newspaper. What do you call a dog magician? A labracadabrador. Why did the octopus cross the road? To get to the other tide. What do you call a sleeping bull? A bulldozer. What do you get when you cross a snake and a pie? A python a la mode. What is a rabbit's favorite music? Hip-hop. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they would be bagels. What do you call a cow in an earthquake? A milkshake. What did the buffalo say when his son left for college? Bye, son. Why did the turtle break up with the snail? Because he felt like he was going nowhere. How does a penguin build its house? It glues it together. What do you call an ant who fights crime? A vigil ant. What is a crocodile's favorite game? Snap. Why did the owl get promoted? Because he was owl standing in his field. What do you get if you cross a parrot and a shark? A bird that talks your ear off and bites your leg off. Why did the chicken join a band? Because it had the drumsticks. Why don't elephants use computers? They are afraid of the mouse. What do you get when you cross a sheep and a kangaroo? A woolly jumper. What is a frog's favorite candy? Lollipops. Why are crabs bad at sharing? Because they are a little shellfish. What do you call a group of musical whales? An orchestra. Why did the bear need a GPS? Because he always paused at the wrong turn. Why did the lion eat the tightrope walker? He wanted a well-balanced meal. What kind of dog does Dracula have? A bloodhound. Why was the cow always broke? Because the farmer kept milking her dry. Why don't fish do well in school? Because they're always swimming below sea level. What do you call a crab who plays baseball? A pinch hitter. What kind of math do snowy owls like? Algebra. What did the duck say when it bought lipstick? Put it on my bill. What do you get when you cross a cat in a dark alley? A mugging. Why was the horse so happy? Because he lived in a stable environment. What do you call a dog that can tell time? A watchdog. What do frogs wear on their feet? Open-toed sandals. Why did the pig play basketball? He was a real ball hog. What do you call a lazy kangaroo? A pouch potato. What do snakes use to measure things? Inches. Why are elephants so wrinkly? Because they take too long to iron. What do you call an animal you keep in your car? A carpet. What do ducks get at the snack bar? Cheese and quackers. Why did the hamster go to therapy? He felt like he was running in circles. What do you call a polar bear in the desert? Lost. What is a shark's favorite sandwich? Peanut butter and jellyfish. Why don't cats play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. What is a koala's favorite drink? Coca-Cola. Why did the parrot get a timeout? It kept squawking back. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. What did one flea say to the other? Shall we walk or take the dog? What do bees use to brush their hair? A honeycomb. Why did the snake get a job at the call center? He was a good historian. What do you call a moose who tells jokes? A pun deer. Why don't leopards play hide and seek? Because they are always spotted. What is a cat's favorite button on the remote? Pause. Why was the penguin so good at basketball? Because he had ice in his veins. What is the most sarcastic animal? A snark. What is a sheep's favorite instrument? The bagpipes. Why did the fish blush? Because it saw the ocean's bottom. What do you call a funny goat? A silly billy. What does a peacock do when it sees something amazing? It spreads the news. What is a llama's favorite drink? Lemonade. Why was the skunk invited to the party? Because he brought all the funk. What kind of horse only comes out at night? A nightmare. What do monkeys wear when it's cold outside? Gym coats. What did the alpaca say at the comedy club? That is woolly funny. Why don't you play cards with the jungle cats? Because they are all cheetahs. What do you call a camel with no humps? Humphrey. Why was the dolphin such a good listener? He had a porpoise. Alright, I think that'll be it for tonight. Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed number 2 of the joking series. I hope you all sleep well, and I hope you all have a great night.